Today we're going to talk about one of the greatest, I think, rock songs written of all time, and that's Don't Stop Believin by Journey. The song's in the key of E, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at the solo, we're going to look at the chord structure, we're going to look at the riff that makes up the song. So we're going to break it down into three parts, and I'm going to go over the design of the song. So not only will you learn the solo and the riff and the chording, but you'll also be able to understand why it sounds so good and how you can incorporate that into your own soloing. Okay, so first we're going to look at the chords in Don't Stop Believin. It's in the key of E. That's an E chord. And again, the chords, the riff, the break in the song and the solo, all parts done by Neil Schon, and it's just absolutely genius the way that he does it. Instantly memorable. As soon as you hear it, immediately you know the song, which is a sign of a really great song, a sign of really great riffs. So we'll start off with the chord structure. So we have E, which is the root chord, and then B, which is the fifth chord, C sharp minor, which is the sixth chord, and then A, which is the fourth chord. So now if you just played that, that would sound all right, but pretty straightforward. So he adds some notes for some flair. So let's go over what he's doing. So he starts with E, and then E and F sharp, which is the second note, G sharp, which is the third note, up to B. And then he goes to C sharp, but what he does is he goes C sharp to D sharp, which is the seventh note, it's a leading note, and then back to C sharp. And then he takes that leading note, D sharp, and goes up to E, and then down to A, which is the fourth note in the E major scale. And then does the leading note again, the D sharp to E, back down to the low E. So what you get is progression, very common in pop music, the 1, the 5, the 6 minor, to the 4. But he spices it up by going. Now the beginning of the song where the guitar comes in, that whole part is going over the chord structure again. I said it was E to B to C sharp minor to A. And all Neil Schon is doing is playing E to D sharp to C sharp to B. And this is actually really good for guitar players for alternate picking. You're going down, up, and then up, down. And that's all he's doing. And so he's basically what he's doing is doing it in time. And then he almost has sort of a triplet feel to how he increases the speed with this. And what he does at the end there is basically does a bend from F sharp to G, and then B is the top note, which is a common trick used in country music, so bending the second to the third. But he ends off. So essentially, all he's doing is something like that for the song.